I wish your money here, Juma. Or money here, Juma. The system is working. The system is working. Papa, I said, dear, we are raw fire. You bet you what to be jailu. We are rough pay. You be jailu. Abushia. See, I mean, no, cause idea. Ya jaili, Chairman Wontumi. Ya man 20 years. Court said Chairman Wontumi ko down 20 years. Abushia, how much mu GH? Remember kaya last month and I'm the Chairman Wontumi case here then. Ebe two manim efa illegal mining ne one or two issues bia then. Why ho? Ana omo postpone the court case no eba enne which is 28th July 2026. Inti ana no mo frɛ Chairman Wontumi ewo Accra High Court. Na abusuya okone de odo anim se okwa akoji bill no asaba fie. See if you come, oh, nice car. Ajene captain yellow. Abusia, enye easy o. We see free can oh yeah, clock it. Media for no clock it. Now, Abusia, Odru court hono. Anna, the sitting judge, your friend, Justice Audrey Kokuvite Etnase. Now, Abusia. Say, omo the request then ekoye. And then no, omo the request koye. Ana omo de koye kokwasa nka omo pese judge e defer a friend is saying ruling no na nka omo postpone the case no. Ana judge say oboa ehene ha. Ye di asem ne chia then a che. Nti ene de e wo say me de me judgment then eba. Na de beba ye then aba. Abuso de ma men kan we a your friend is saying city newsroom a postie area we are. The Ashanti Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Antwi Boasiako, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, has been found guilty in the case involving illegal mining activities on Akonta Mining Company Limited concession at Samuel Boy in the Western Region. Into Samuel Boy, a one Akonta Mining Company near them. A Chairman Wontumi then Edia. Also, the judgment was delivered by the Criminal Court 4 Division of the High Court in Accra, which is handling the case involving Chairman Wontumi, Akonta Mining Company Limited, and other accused person, Kwame Antwi. Inti enye friend is saying, Chairman Wontumi nwa one manager krona owo Akonta Mining hono. One your friend Kwame Antwi. Before delivering its judgment, the court dismissed an application filed by lawyers for Chairman Wontumi seeking to defer the ruling and refer some aspects of the case to the Supreme Court for constitutional interpretation. Now, come say, defer ruling no. Now, come twe asem no Supreme Court for constitutional interpretation. You know, postpone asem no. Justice Audrey Kokuvite ruled that the application lacked merit after defense counsel informed the court that the lead lawyer Samuel Atachia was out of the country and was expected to return 22nd July 2026. To which the lead lawyer and also Jidemuma, your friend is saying, Chairman Wontumi was too quiet. Obeba 22nd July 2026. Intinka judge na den and defect your friend is saying ruling no na nkomuka fa nkɔ hyɛ da foforo wo de yentie de ekobai. However, the court proceeded with the judgment after rejecting the request. So Justice Audrey Kokuvite rejected request no. Now the case centers on allegation that Akonta Mining engaged in illegal mining activities on its concession at Samuel Boy, with the prosecution accusing the company and its officials of facilitating unlawful mining operations. During proceedings 21st May 2026, Chairman Wontumi denied authorization. Prosecution witness Henry Okum, referred to as PW2, to undertake mining activities on the company's concession. During proceedings on May 21st, 2026, no, and Chairman Wontumi deny say, "Oh no, dear, Akonta Mining Limited." What you say? So he told the court that the arrangement with Mr. Okum was strictly for land reclamation and coconut plantation activities and not for mining. Into one Mr. Okum equal agreement say land no for plantation activities but not for mining. A same way no catch the court no, on the 21st of May 2026. Into no deny say on illegal mining bia was so. Now the trial began after Chairman Wontumi appeared before the Criminal Investigation Department, which is the CID of the Ghana Police Service on October 6th, 2025. October 6, 2025. Following a directive from the Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Dr. Dominic Ayeni, the High Court in Accra has sentenced Ashanti Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, NPP, Antwi Boasiako, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, to 20 years in prison for each of the 2 counts on which he was convicted in Akonta Mining illegal mining case. The sentences are to run concurrently. In addition, the court fined Wontumi 10,000 penalty units for each count. Akonta Mining Limited, which was also convicted on 2 accounts, was fined 15,000 penalty unit for each count. Justice Odri Kokuvite found Wontumi guilty on count 1 and 4, while Akonta Mining Limited was convicted on count 3 and 6. After ruling that the prosecution had proven all the essential elements of the offenses beyond reasonable doubt, the conviction followed the court dismissal of a last-minute application by the defense seeking to delay judgment and refer constitutional questions to the Supreme Court. The application filed on July 16, 2026 argued that constitutional issues raised in the defense written addresses required interpretation by the apex court. However, Justice Kokuvite held that Section 99(2)(2)(b) of the Minerals and Mining Act 2006 at 703 was clear and unambiguous and did not conflict with Article 1911 of the 1992 Constitution. The court found the absence of ministerial approval was not disputed. Evidence from the Minerals Commission outlined the approval process, while the accused person admitted that no such approval had been obtained. Now, the court also rejected the defense claim that Henry Okum was only permitted to reclaim degraded portion of the concession and was not involved in mining. In Zochilema, that Henry Okum na Mr. Chairman Wontumi ekuka say on the call assassin agreement say or the assassin be plantain farming no. Court rejected the defense claim that Henry was only permitted to reclaim degraded portion of the concession and was not involved in the mining. Now, Justice Kokuvite said the circumstances surrounding the arrangement show that mining activities were taking place. Into Chiremwa, and come course any evidence omunya yina kire say assassin no na illegal mining yede koso yede wo ho. So assassin no na illegal mining yede koso. Now, the judge relied on Okum's testimony that he was a small-scale miner and had not received funds to undertake reclamation. Instead, he said he was allowed to mine on worked portion of the concession and use proceeds from the activities to finance reclamation. The court noted that this evidence was not challenged during cross-examination. So, in Tebusia, and same way in the hearing, a course wedding, court war.
The thing I did in court was to plead for Mr. Wontumi in terms of the sentencing. And it is not because it's Mr. Wontumi, it's a very ordinary thing we all do in court, where if you believe that as a friend of the court, you need to put in 1 or 2 for an accused person, we do it. And we do it not because we don't believe in the sentencing, we don't believe in the conviction, or we have issues with the conviction. As for the conviction, yes, it was all done, but it was the sentencing. So you remember what I said was that since the court itself has established that Mr. Wontumi is the directing minds for most of his businesses, so it means that if the court keeps him in incarceration for long, his businesses are going to be affected. So the court should consider the fact that he's a businessman and he employs a lot of people directly and indirectly. So it was to the youth unemployment that could come as a result of his being away from his businesses. That was the only thing. I was just appealing to the mind of.
Are you in any way related to Mr. Wontumi?
No, I am not.
Do you have any business dealing with Mr. Wontumi?
My name is Bernard, so probably just by news, but I have no business with him. I had just come to court to listen, but I was just moved.
So this was just an officer of the court doing a job?
It is pure out of courtroom practice where any person could get up as a friend of the court and put in some words in mitigation for an accused person who has been convicted. So it's not because I have any personal relationship with someone to me, and I'm not his lawyer on record. It was just out of normal court practice I did that.
See another court ajeli Chairman Wontumi 20 years in prison. Chairman Wontumi kwa dem 20 years. Now 20 years in prison here their money. Court no SRD fine account which is 10,000 penalty units for each account bia omoye den omode to ne so ana based on the Akonta Mining Limited Company no so no omo convicted no oma fine no 15,000 penalty units for each account of the Akonta Mining Limited. Inti si ane die Chairman Wontumi kwa kodem 20 years. Aye. Okodem 20 years for illegal mining in this country.
20 years, no. Were you expecting this number of years?
Who would have wished, say, the client ever 20 years? Somebody who is unknown to the law. He has never had a previous conviction. And the law is right. Say, ubi a yembo no do that. Onkom renew that. Yen convicting it. Say a bampo say court no hit to you. Say odi4. At least the court becomes so lenient or good in same emano said the beya nipa ne very for me. Now share said the court need na you esiba yeah. At least that's the full rigors, the full armor available to the court no and the court no render man no. I don't being naturally say near your cat yebo enyo enema ni bisu no no on the face of it no said the one case within kaka sentence in ho asem no it's one of them and anema e course no be ho so a ye nya edi case na chi na ya case na be do some paper ye nyina so no ye nim de e course cash and excessive cancel
Abuja you see oman ye adwuma o ye adwuma papa se say dia mesusu say ye omo ba che no any former Minister of Finance Akufo-Addo abusuani no yenkoche ono nso ekwan bia so a aban no ebefa na yakotwe na ba efi US no yenkotwe ne mbra say UK no wo say US no wo yenkotwe ne mbra no no nso yemfa ne nkokot ne mbu se nanum asem se sia ne de NDC for say we a minister we MP we aban peni bia we di aban sika pe ye bechew we ya ade ayenya ye bechew
another bad day for Pastor Brandt, but the mechanic say and then as someone see what court we are Ghanaian we are politician for 2 months say na ya wasa sisi Yankopon and the boy say when your case now back court now we be judge anymore as someone we can say my lord unyame no so case no say be question we judge and no we can say ne go dem 10 years go dem 20 years unya say biaka tina Chairman Wontumi a case I judgment na ban judges won't go dem 20 years obi ani asem ka bicycle branch me gyina ho me ntimi nka hwe se ne nyankopon akasa se wo ba court na wonya case a wo gyina judge ani ma wo say my lord wonya me no se wonya me akasa oni hwe ka yeah
so see the system is working. The system is working. You krumwa and ema MPP for 4 years 8 years sorry mbetina so mu die sika nyinara mpinimfo mu wa aban mu amu hwehwia aban ni sika na no ya me de omu information ye de ebre mu de yokofo ye de invite omu arrest omu detain omu me de omu information ye de ebre mu nti na de Chairman Wontumi ko dem 20 years intabusua any information na ye de abeto me table so se a me so me de me de abre mu nti Chairman Wontumi ko dem 20 years nti me de maso ye de ebedi asem na ti because na me tete se nkrofo bebre e ka se an we de onya 1 year kra o mbeyi no den me de maso bedi asem na ti me siremu enya ha anye be ye favoritism se nipa na foma ni ama ne 20 years a mani nko dem 20 years NDC His Excellency John Dramani Mahama one Justice Audrey Kokuvite mesremu any CID any police commanders some money 20 years money in them 20 years onfanya edisua na MPP mpenifo no so onfanya edisua cause ekrowe ya tenase ama atete apansam too much intabusua information amenya na de abremu de mekwa kosi bia no meside e de bebremu e wo kiremu GH ahase media ne Roxin Akuti makramo